Alright, try this bad boy again. Alright, let's see. Hello. Hello. Hi there, Wendy. Hey there, Hooker. I'm good. How are you guys? Blessed. Can't beat that. Mm, yeah, I guess we all are. We need to probably focus on that a little bit more each day, don't we? Or at least I do. Plotting. Yep. Plotting. What do you mean? Plotting on getting by okayish. You're plotting like planning, you mean? Or plotting like walking slowly and ambling? Slowly, it's a UK saying, okay. Mm, on getting by, okay-ish. Sometimes it takes some planning, you know. Um, a lot of things come up that you don't foresee, you know, so. But I'm good. I'm still stopped up, but other than that, I'm good. I'm hanging in there. All you can do, right? Exactly. Still try to smile. That's it. Sometimes if you can't find anything to smile about in your own life, just you got to keep in mind maybe somebody else really needs that smile. It ain't costing us nothing to give that, you know. I try to be that way. Of course, everybody has their days, but I try to be that way. Um, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I have heard the name. Awesome. Seems like I talked to them a couple of times, like way back last year, but I don't really know them, no. Why? Yep, smiles are free. Hmm. Thank God for that. Oh, well, that's sweet. Well, thank them for me. Like I say, I haven't talked to them in a long time. I'm trying to remember when it was, but yeah, 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 it does, Wendy. I reckon it does for everybody, you know. Mm, that's good to know. That's good to know. I've heard a lot of bad things about me, but I guess we kind of tend to focus on that, don't we? You know, I hate to think that you disappoint somebody, so you kind of focus on that. And that's kind of stupid, but it's human nature, I think. Um, but ultimately, there's nothing you can do. If people decide that they're just not going to like you because somebody else told them to or whatever, there's not a thing you can do to change their mind. And it just, you know, is what it is. But I'm glad to hear that there's some out there that have good things to say. That's good. I know. Trust me, I know. Some of the things that have been just dreamed up and spouted off just blow me away. But whatever. I do too, Hooker. I do too. Mm-hmm. Yep. So hey, everybody else, y'all, we don't bite. I promise. Um, y'all feel free to jump in and hang out with us. Mm, I think we got some shy ones in here today, and that's okay. We do get a lot of people that just like to watch, so mm. And these days you really can't blame them, you know. If I was the only one who felt a presence. Hey Cece, how are you doing today? Felt a presence, Hooker. You mean the watchers? Oh no, I can see them. We do these days. Half the time, people are afraid to chat, and it's a shame. But I get emails all the time from people that watch, but they're not comfortable chatting. And then I have like two or three people that will only chat here because they're not comfortable, chatting these days. It's crazy. It gets crazy on here. And that's pretty bad when you're afraid to type words in a chat room, or rather when you have to be afraid to, you know what I mean? I like meeting new folks too. How you doing today, Cece? Mm, exactly, Hooker. Exactly. And it can be something as simple as hi. And if it's in the wrong place, that's all it takes. So, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Still a little bit stuffed up, but I don't think it's flu anymore. I think that's gone. I think this is just strictly allergies, and them mowing and everything yesterday apparently has aggravated it too. So, not much I can do about that except take allergy pills, and they make me sleepy, so I'm trying not to. Sweet Raspberry, hello. The pollen count is high there here right now. Remind me, Cece, general area. Um, I'm in Central Texas, and I don't. This is like a different pollen than I've ever had to deal with, so I don't have any resistance built up to it. A safe zone for people, but I still end up right. Same here, Hooker. Same here. You know, South Mississippi. Okay. Well, I'm originally from Mobile, Sissy. So, that pollen there is much more easy for me to handle than this new stuff because I've got a lifelong resistance built up to that. It still would get me sometimes, especially when everything would get coated yellow in early spring. Um, but it was a little bit different. Hi, Avalon. That's what I keep hearing, Hooker. Raw honey, local honey. Yeah, I know what it's like for sure, Cece. Matter of fact, occasionally there, I would wake up with my eyes just completely stuck together from the allergies. And I had a little bit of that the other morning here. Uh, but yeah, I know there's a couple times a year it gets real tricky in Mobile, so. Pollen in small doses. Yeah, yeah. That's what I always heard too. Plus, I love honey anyway. So, hell, it would be nothing for me to put some of that in a cup of hot tea, and it makes sense. And they make this, I haven't made one in a couple years, but it's an oxymel where you take lemon juice and honey, ginger, there's something else. Anyway, you mix it all together and you keep it in the refrigerator, and then just a little spoonful in your hot tea or something every day. And yeah, I'll have to look up what was the other thing that I had in there. stay stuffed up in the spring and autumn. Yep. And that's my favorite times of year to get outside too, Cece. Especially out in the garden, you know. Oh, God. Gets on my chest and right. Yours too. So did anybody want to get a reading today? That's going to bug me. I want to remember what that other ingredient was. It was 4 ingredients. It was honey and lemon juice, ginger. Damn it. Goldenrod, yes. But it's so pretty. But yeah, it's a killer, all right. Rapeseed, okay. You want to get one, Wendy? Do you know how they work? Check PayPal, okay. Yes, please, okay. Goldenrod, but it's so pretty standing in the back of a border. It's just, it sets things off. Hang on, let me check real quick. Hey, Lizzie. I'm sure it's there. Hey, Eric, how are you? Like, yeah, I can't type sitting up, so don't feel bad. Not on this phone. Hang on one second. Let me holler at her. Okay, she's apparently on a very important call. So we're just going to, I'm going to take your permission here, and that's going to have to do it for me. They're a $10 donation. Hooker, is it for you? It's for Wendy. I had a feeling that's what you were going to say. All right, Wendy, you ready? Because yours has been covered. All right. Well, here we go, girlfriend. you feel a lack of direction, you said. Are you taking like a leave of absence from like what you used to do, Wendy? Because you at this moment, you're in the reminiscing stage about something, but yet you're crossed by the Knight of Wands, and that's taking communicative action. So this is why I'm wondering, are you sending out resumes or something right now? Um, and then it throws the Justice card at me. And that leaves me with some other thoughts, one of which is, were you in the justice field in general, or is there some reason you had to take a leave of absence and this is just part of that? This is how it's going to level out. See what I mean? So that question, that card has thrown a few questions at me here. So first, yeah, answer that. Are you on a leave of absence or taking a break from what it is you normally do for work-wise? Or have you been injured? Because sometimes justice could be that. Disabled and feeling really low. Did you used to work, Wendy? I'm trying to place the justice card is why I'm asking all these questions. Oh, shit. You was a veterans nurse. Okay. And so you've left that due to being disabled. Are you currently on disability, or are you waiting on justice for that to come around for you? Also did temp work. Okay. Because if you're waiting on a judgment or something, that would be the justice card. That would be why he's there. No, you're permanent. So you're already on disability benefits and everything. Oh, thank you, Eric. Absolutely. Absolutely, sweetie. Thank you. Just have my benefits renewed. Well, then that could be why it's on your mind. If it's something that just happened, that could be why it's there. Okay, so that will give me a placement for that card. Now, also here, like I said, you at this moment, you're reminiscing, but you're crossed by the Knight of Wands, which is about taking steps and communicating with people. But also on your mind is the Star card, but it's reversed. Now, the Star is a real important card. This is a major arcana card, so it's a fated event, okay? It's reversed in your case right now, and what the Star means is always have hope and always have faith. When it's reversed, it's indicating a lack of hope and faith right now. So a mild depression, you know, and I think that would fit with everything else. So that would be the present. Let me make sure I've got that accurate, and then we'll go to the future part because, okay, Eric, I'll be around. Got it. Okay. Okay, immediate future. You're going to have to watch your pennies really close, girl. Um, in the immediate future, it's a card of greed, but in a lot of cases it's not greed, it's being smart, being extremely careful with every dime, question every expense. If you don't have to put it out, don't right now. Whenever that comes up in your immediate future, it's a way of warning you something's coming up that you're not planning on, so be tight now. That way, you're going to have it covered. And it does look like you are going to have some kind of expense coming your way that you're not aware of, because your wild card is also the Princess in the Tower reversed. So you may go through a little bit of a tricky time financially. I don't think it's going to be bad enough for you to, like, get your lights cut off or anything like that. But I do think it's going to be like, okay, I've got to stretch here. You know what I mean? Coupons can be your best friend. And there's a couple of people on here that coupon that I can hook you up with, and yeah. But it does look like something's gonna come up. So after that, though, things are going to start moving into smoother sailing waters. That's what this card always indicates. So from what I'm looking at here, that's going to be the only hard time coming up for you, is just going to be a little bit of a financial pinch. After that, everything's going to level out, and it actually wouldn't surprise me to see you find your strength and get out and meet people through that pinch and give yourself a little bit more direction. Once again, I'm going to say coupons. I'm serious. This is a lifestyle for a lot of people, and it's a lot of fun to do it. And you'd be amazed at how much you can save and how much fun you can have doing it. So if you're interested, let me know, and I'll give you a couple of names. And okay, now questions about anything. Housebound with agoraphobia. That's hard. That's hard. And I'm a writer, so I understand it, because whenever I was writing, I would like shut myself away, because you have to let the process go. And then it would make it really hard to get out and be among people again. You would get, so I understand that. I do. But that happens a lot, Wendy. If you want to, you can pop back in and ask those questions later. Because it happens a lot when people get readings. They have questions and they forget. So, you lost track of someone special. Okay. Do you see me getting back in touch? A lot of major arcana cards at play here on this. I pulled 6 cards. 4 of them are majors. No, I'm sorry, 3 of them are majors, which means this is a fated part of your life journey. Will you get back in touch with them? It's going to be a little while, and it's not because of you, it's because of them. The moon is here and it's reversed, indicating them. Whenever the moon is there, there's things going on in the shadows that we don't know about. So that person is dealing with some pretty big things right now. Now for you, the High Priestess is here. So you kind of already know this. And also the Four of Swords, you kind of already know it's going to be a little bit of a lapse before you guys do talk again. But then after that, the Chariot is here. And that means you can make this happen, but it's going to have to be. Let me explain the Chariot to you. The Chariot is a card of control, not just self-control, but control, period. You've got a black horse running this way and a white horse running this way, but you need them to work together, so you have to harness them together. So you're going to have to be the Chariot master, and you're going to have to make this work for both of you. You see what I mean? But it's going to be a little while, so long, but I miss them. I think it's going to happen, but it's going to be one of those controlled things. So, and it's going to be a little while. Can I ask a stupid question? Are they by any chance like in jail, or maybe out of the country, or involved in a nasty relationship? I mean, what is it? Do you have any idea what it is that they're going through? Or oh, you're welcome, sweetie. With someone, okay. So that someone's kind of keeping them. Gotcha. Well, it'll get there. Hi there, Anna Banana. How are you doing, hon? Where the justice came in, it could be. Justice was in your thought line, so it's on your mind. So that would make sense. And actually, I was kind of having a hard time placing that card, so that would make sense. I'm good. Hanging in there, girl. Hey, Johnny B. How are you doing today? It's a $10 donation, Anna. Just before, there you go. That would be it. Did you have any more questions right now, Wendy? Doing good? I'm glad to hear it. I saw your little intro thing. It looks cool. So it all fits. No, thank you for getting one, Wendy. I appreciate it. And thank you, Hooker. I definitely appreciate it. But since she donated too, I still have one paid for. Not that I can. Okay, well, if you think of one later, just let me know. And you want a reading, Anna? Okay. It's $10 through PayPal. It's $20 through Super Chats, Anna. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that, but I'm going to do yours anyway, because, yeah, it's my fault I didn't explain that. Okay. All right, let me grab a puff or two. As I should have explained it. Let me grab a puff or two and move from the last one and transition, and then we'll fire them up, okay? Okay. Shit, it went out. So anyway, what you up to, Johnny B? Just hanging out today, or? Uh-oh. Just chilling? Yeah, me too. Used to smoke 60 a day, but I need to. I definitely need to. I will. I just need to hurry up and do it. It's just not a real good time right now. you know, um, I'm afraid I probably would have a real hard time with it if I tried. Right, right. Well, you probably would be if you would have taken the money that you spend on it every day and stuck back, you probably, yeah, you'd have a lot of money. Especially with the way they keep going up. Oh yeah, they do that. Trust me, yeah. They do that. They sure do. $6 now. They're like almost 7 here in Texas. I think the cheapest was Mississippi. They were 5 something, but that was before tax. And then Wyoming. Wyoming, they were 6, but it was like right at 6 in Wyoming, and that's, hell, they're 720, I think. Yeah, 720 or something like that here. That's crazy. That is crazy. I remember my parents saying they used to smoke Winston's when I was growing up, and I remember them saying when it goes to $1 a pack, they were going to quit. And I remember for the longest 85-cent cigarettes. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. 10 or more. Mm-hmm. I think in Canada it's like, Johnny B, are you still here? I think they're like $15 a pack in Canada, but I might be thinking New York. I mean, it's just insane. No wonder everybody's vaping. you know. Mm-hmm. Okay. New York. Mm-hmm. Going to snooze. Okay, Wendy. Get you a good rest, girl. That sounds good. All right, Miss Anna, here we go. Question number 1, Anna. Because I don't remember, and what I'm looking at here, just a question. Is this about a reproductive issue at all? Not that I know of. Okay. The moon was here. That's why I was asking, because occasionally that's what it's pointing at. So let me look a little harder. I can see recent past, a card of deception. So apparently I'm going to be working forward from someone lying to you in your recent past. When it shows up, it has to color, the past colors the present to an extent. If it's valid enough to show up in this Celtic, then it influences the present. Okay? So I'm looking at the deception card in the recent past. I'm looking at the moon reversed, which means everything has not come to light yet. Now, occasionally the moon indicates reproductive issues. That's why I was asking, because those two cards together could also indicate some kind of surgery to correct it. But in this case, apparently they don't. So everything hasn't come to light yet. It's hidden in the shadows. Question number 2. Is this about your marriage or your partner? Because if it isn't, that's also on your mind. So, of course, I have to ask the question. Now, you at this moment is the strength card. Something is taking a lot of your strength, and it's reversed. So this is having a negative impact on you. It is taking everything you've got. So I've got to figure out how all this is fitting together. And then also you're crossed with success through recognition, which suggests to me that you have to keep hammering away until you find out all the details. So, okay. Partner. Tired as hell lately. Okay. What's the lie? Who's the liar here? Is that the partner, or is it someone else entirely that just influences it? He is, yes, okay. Well, success through recognition is crossing you. Um, everything will come to light. Just maintain your strength for now. Now, immediate future is the Hierophant reversed. The Hierophant is usually a wise man, often a church official, occasionally a court official, someone whose opinion is usually held up there pretty highly. This card is reversed in this case. So I'm kind of taking it to mean maybe you shouldn't listen to someone else telling you something just because they've always been straight up. Doesn't mean they are this time. Especially not when you know you're dealing with the lie. And also your wild card is a card of depression, mild depression. So I'm assuming this has got you. And then your final outcome card is you looking out to the world, almost reminiscing, but more surely to God, there's something more for me out there, more than this. So is there any part of this that does not make sense to you, or that we need to look in harder? Keeps denying stuff, yeah. Well, the moon says there is stuff there that has not come to the light yet. So I do not see this situation getting rectified within the next 3 months, because the depression is there, the looking out to the world is there, and usually these have a 3-month span. So I seen text of a girl, he said he didn't sleep with her, but I think so. I got you, girl. So then the Hierophant would be like, for example, his best friend telling you, no, it didn't happen. And usually this best friend would be somebody you would believe, but the cards are indicating this time, make up your own mind. Don't let anyone else that's not involved in the situation influence it. You see what I mean? And that's an example of how that could happen. Okay. So ask me questions and let's get some down and dirty details for your girlfriend. The friend told me it did happen and I went to the partner and he denied it. Okay. You have to question this friend. All right. He was reversed for a reason. So he's got his own reasons, I think, for telling you. I wouldn't credit him. I would seriously go with my gut. I would. I want to know, is he still messing with her? Okay. Show me Anna's problem. I'm probably going to take a little karma repercussion for this. Yeah. But that's okay. Show me Anna's partner. Show me Anna's partner. Boom. Okay, Anna. Now hear me on this, all right? Your partner at this moment, and this is his cards, okay? I don't have permission to look at them, but I'm a nosy bitch and I looked anyway. I'm sure I'm going to have a karmic price to pay. But this is information that you really do need to know, okay? At this moment, he is trying to resurrect his feelings of being a young man out on the prowl, you know, basically a second childhood. What is highest on his mind is the lie that he told you. Why doesn't he come clean? He's terrified to come clean and tell you the truth. You know why? You're his everything. You're what makes the world bloom for him. He doesn't know what to do. So he plays stupid-ass little games. Is he still messing with her? I do not see indications of that. You would think that I would have something like the Devil card come up. But honestly, it looks like he's more worried with the fact that he lied to you and he's afraid he's going to lose you, from what I'm looking at. And he wants nothing more than to bring it all into the sunlight. So, yeah. Because he leaves for hours. Because I'm acting different ever since, yeah. He may still be playing his dumbass little games, but it does not mean enough to him on a universal level to come through in his cards. What does mean enough to him on a universal level to come through is the fact that he's eat up with the lie that he told you. And that he's afraid to come clean. So, ultimately, she doesn't matter. She's just a tool to make him feel valid, I guess, again, if that makes sense. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him, you know, but that's what they showed. So She's 22. Boom. There you go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't give up. I wouldn't give up. Not if you love him. And I wouldn't, if you can, don't let it depress you. I don't mean to be condescending to men, but I have to look at it this way as a woman. They can't help it. They're stupid. And that goes for my own sons too. If I didn't look at it that way, I would probably explode. Bottom line is they're all a bunch of little boys and that's it. You know. That did sound kind of shitty, but I don't care. 9 times out of 10, it's the truth. Oh, Eric picked a bad time to come back, y'all. I was just talking about me and Eric. But do you have any more questions, Hannah? You are very welcome. Thank you for giving me a call. I appreciate it. All right, Mr. Eric, are you ready? Or did you want to, do it on my later stream tonight or what? Thank you, and I need them. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is actually ice from my ice maker, but I do too. That's my favorite kind of ice, that crushed up kind. I eat that stuff like crazy. You do too. Eric, are you still here? Well, hey, Kayla. Frisch's. I don't know what Frisch's is. But I like that crushed up kind. Some stores have it too. I like that kind the best. How are you doing today, Kayla? Well, he said he was super busy, and I'm just not sure if he wanted to get his reading now or if he wanted to get it on my later stream. So, Precious Big Boy. There used to be a Shoney's Big Boy in the South. I'm good. I'm hanging in there. About all you can do. Hooker, Wendy made a donation also, so you still have a reading that's paid for. Did you want it, or did you want to give it to somebody else, or have the best onion rings, in my opinion? And they put tartar. I love tartar sauce on hamburgers. I love it on steak sandwiches too. Tartar sauce is perfect on a steak sandwich. It is. You want it? Okay. All right. Let me get 2 more puffs, and then we're gonna fire them up. I think so too. I mean, think about it. It's perfect for it. It is. Mm, mm. A restaurant I used to work at in Columbus, Mississippi, the Depot, they put tartar sauce on their steak sandwiches, and oh my God, their steak sandwiches, oh my Lord, their steak sandwiches, you know, okay, onion rings, oh yeah, I love onion rings too, when they're done right, I don't like, those pre-frozen shits, if they're not crispy and everything the right way, I don't like them. I'm funny on my onion rings. Try Carl Jr.'s. Eating Carl Jr.'s just like another Hardee's. Officially back, Eric. Okay. Did you want to get your reading in this stream, sweetie, or did you want to wait until later this evening? It's up to you. We can do it either way. You ready? Okay. I have to do Hooker first, and then I'll get you. You've heard of them. Hardee's, you mean? Or Carl Jr.? From what I understand, Carl's Jr. is basically Hardee's with a different name. Hey, Janet. Fixing the desktop. Now defragmenting. Okay. Carl Jr.'s, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Well, damn, Hooker. Oh, shit. Well, the future are all major arcana cards, Hooker. First, before I even get anywhere near that, I want to touch base with you and make sure that I'm right on this. When I pulled the card that indicated you at this moment, I got the card of reminiscing, and of course I got that song going through my head. I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round. That popped in my head for you. But you're crossed by very fast movement And this very fast movement has got you exhausted. You're battle weary. But the card that really bothers me the most is the one that's, let me line this up for you. You have a thought line here, things that are on your mind. And being battle weary is one of those. The other one is the card I was saying, the reminiscing card. But the top one is the Ten of Swords. Now, I've seen the Ten of Swords come up several different ways. It can indicate that a good friend has just stabbed you in the back horribly. It can also indicate watching someone struggle with a drug addiction that is pretty much knocking them to their knees. It can also indicate a severe health issue. And then I'm seeing all this fast movement and this battle weary. So I need you to help me nail this down before I go into this future part. And I have to ask you this too, Hooker. Do I know you under another name? Because this is very eerily similar to another person. So, don't think so. Okay. Well, you would know. This is very, very similar to what this other person is going through. So, yeah, I need you to help me nail down. You think it's health? Is this something that you're currently battling? Help me. What is the health issue? Back issues. Okay, well, it is the card of being stabbed in the back by 10 swords, so I guess it's a little more literal than what I was thinking. Okay. Good, then you're not, these aren't coinciding with the other cards. Like, that's a whole different issue. Have you been fighting this for a while? Is that what the battle weary is? Can't override the pain anymore. That would be it. Okay, well, that makes perfect sense. Now, your future. Okay. And each one of these is a major arcana card. So I want to be really careful in how I interpret these, because these are not changeable. These are part of your journey this time. Okay? It's part of what you're here to overcome. But the good thing is, immediate future is Wheel of Fortune. That says that it's not set in stone yet. You are at this moment exactly where you're supposed to be. Whenever this card shows up, it tells you, yes, everything is still left up to chance, but at this point in time, it's supposed to be, so you can take comfort in that. Your wild card, the Hanged Man. Everything is going to kind of come to a standstill on it for right now. What you're going through at this exact moment is going to be there for just a little while, okay? But then your final outcome card, and we're going to go further because I don't like this card as the final outcome, is the Tower. The Tower is the hardest and most challenging card in the deck. It means that something is going to be destroyed all the way back to the foundation, and the reason why is it wasn't built strong enough. So it needs to be rebuilt stronger so that it'll work this time. So what I'm taking this to mean, with you telling me that your pain is not in a place where it can be overridden, How I would take this to mean is if it's truly at a standstill like the Hanged Man, they're probably going to detox you from it entirely so that they can start a new program that will actually work and have benefits on you. And that would feel like a tower event for the days it takes for it to happen. So I'm going to, because I'm nosy and I don't like the tower, I'm going to pull 3 more cards for after the tower just to see if that's how it's going to shake out. Is surgery a possibility for you, Hooker? It looks like that's what the tower's going to be. I got swords cards and a battle card when I pulled for more information on it. So it does look like that's going to happen. Now let me go beyond that. They will know more after an MRI. Okay. Results of surgery. Results of surgery. Excellent. Yes. Results after surgery. Resurrection. I think it's going to be your answer, actually. I do think you're going to have to be very, very careful and very picky about your activities after, probably for a while. But it's going to put you back in the saddle, I think. So, yeah. Now, just for the purposes of having this, I'm going to tell the camera what I drew for you. For future events for Awesome Hooker, I got Wheel of Fortune, Hanged Man, and Tower. Going beyond the Tower, Page of Swords, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. Surgery. Going beyond the surgery, Judgment, 4 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Okay, that way if we need to come back and look at it after the MRI, we can. And see exactly what we were looking at. Okay, so ask me questions. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, you never know what's going to come up. You don't. Sometimes it will just tell you all about your love life when really there's other things you want to know, but it's always what the universe thinks you need to know the most. So, and ultimately they know more about where we're going than we do. So, can't think of any right now, Lord. Well, you know how it works. If you think of a question later, because that happens all the time. People get a reading and they're not prepared for the question part. But if you think of one later, jump in and ask it. That's fine. Yeah. It's not me. It's the cards. It's not me. Okay. And Eric, are you still here? shit. Aggravating. Hey, Avalon. Right, right. Well, and I enjoy it. I try to use it to help people, you know. I don't like reading my own because, well, hell, last time, look what they did. They shot that lover's card at me and got my hopes up. You know, I was doing just fine before that. And then, yeah, and then got my hopes up. Now I'm like, hurry up, you know, shit. I'm almost 50. I ain't got time for this shit. What was it? Eric must have got busy again. I guess we'll have to do his reading. He was here and ready just a minute ago, but we may have to do it later this evening when he's not jumping around everywhere. Where's my nose spray? There it is. Install the Streamlabs and stuff on that. Okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Y'all, excuse me 1 second. Let me... try to open myself up a little bit. So did anybody else want to get a reading? It looks like Eric's still jumping around, so... let him know. Yeah. Eric, I'm ready if you are. I think we'll probably have to wait on him. I know he said he was really busy and stuff, so has he said anything and it just hasn't come through to me, or? Yeah, that's cool. I mean, we'll be doing a stream later this afternoon, so we'll get him then. But, okay, did anybody else want one? If not, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for a little while. Get me something to eat. And then come back. All right. Well, I'm going to click that X then. And I will see you guys probably in about an hour or so. Love y'all, and y'all have a good one.